Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Canei. As you all know, I like to do spreads off of the camera, and I also do them on camera. I did pull a oracle card for everybody. This is going to be a collective reading, by the way. I apologize for not stating that in the beginning. Um, I'll probably be doing a little bit more collective reading so everybody could take something from it. So collective, I did pull an oracle card. I'm gonna read that. But what I was getting is that maybe a lot of us have a decision to make, and it could be regarding someone outside of yourself, like a significant other, relative, friends. It could be all of the above. It could even be work. During the let me turn this down, son. I ain't realized I had it that damn loud. So during the spread that I did off of the camera, I was getting a lot of pentacles, and the sun also came out. The King of Pentacles came out. I should have just kept the spread, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just put it up because I'm gonna do it on camera anyway. Um, the King of Pentacles did come up. That was the only court card I seen so far. Um, but yeah, it was really giving me more of a financial thing. But I'm sure some love might pop up. Um, And it could have something to do with taking some type of loss. I don't know if it's a major loss. It could be a loss of money, something of value, whatever that is to you. It could also be, like I said, it could have something to do with it could be a friend, family member. This is the Lover's card. It could be a friend, family member. It could be any type of soulmate. And soulmates are people that are here to help us learn lessons. Um, and then some soulmates are like partners. Some of them are just in tarot we like to say karmic, but the real meaning of that is just someone who's here to either be a catalyst for you learning something or um, yeah, I just stick with what I just said, a catalyst. I also see the nine of diamonds at the bottom. It looked like a six on my screen, but it actually do not look like no six. I ain't never seen no upside down six. It's just backwards. But so yeah, with this nine, and then there's another nine behind that. So it could have been some type of loss that was experienced. Um, this could be, I don't know. I ain't even about to try. I ain't even gonna do it. But it could have something to do with somebody's happiness. What's another word? Happiness. It could be career, like I said earlier, family. Could even have something to do with ego. I don't know why I'm getting that. So let me read the oracle card for you guys. And the oracle that we pulled was the Sovereign Queen Mab. May Mab, however you say her name. This is the card right here. Sovereign Queen Maeve Mab. This is what she looks like. I love this card. I've actually pulled this a few times for myself. I am going to read the book, so I hope nobody gets discouraged or decide to click off because I'm reading out the book. I mean, if you do, that's your business. But it might be something that you can take from this. So, the Sovereign Queen Mob says, value what is sacred to you by protecting it from interference, even that which may be well intentioned. Be compassionate but set firm boundaries. You are going to triumph over a negative situation. It will take courage, but you have more than enough inner strength, resourcefulness, and boldness to accomplish what you wish to attain. Do not give up. You have the ability to connect with higher worlds, so open your heart and mind to the light. I mean, that kind of goes to what I was saying when I was saying you might have taken some type of loss, whatever that applies to for you. Um, but if it's not a loss, maybe it could be given something. Maybe somebody wants to take something from you. And I think I was picking that up on the spread I did off of cameras. And I wrote some notes. I love my notes. I got smudges all on my paper. You see my notes? All these notes I made. And I'm going to read them too. Hopefully it don't take a long time to go through this. And I don't know what I spilled on my page. But I think some of the stuff I wrote correlates. And I lost my page. Okay, here I go. At the portal between everyday reality and the rapture of unchecked aliveness stands Sovereign Queen Mauve. She is an enatrix. So enatrix kind of made me think of Empress energy. And you know what? While I'm talking about it, the Empress actually is behind. Okay, I said the sun was right here. This is the sun card in one of my decks. If you're familiar with this deck, um, this is the Lover's card, and then the Empress is right behind it. So it definitely has something to do with some type of creation or something. Um, yeah, and Natrix really gives me Empress energy. So it says she is an Atrix, taking us beyond the constraints of polite moralism and into the bliss, sacred passion, grit, and astuteness needed to cultivate and protect the light. Grit. That also correlates with that number 9, grit, having grit. Because having grit could be like, putting in that word. Goddess, warrior, queen of Fae, so she's the queen of fairies, and fearless guardian and protector of territory. Mauve is wild and determined. She stimulates confidence, encouraging one not to shy away, but rather to assertively engage with life and claim your true place in the world. She encourages us to refuse to allow sacred territory to be intruded upon by unworthy rulers. And that goes back to me saying somebody could want to take something from you, whether they be critical voices in our own mind or ego driven. I said something about ego. I'm hype. Interlopes. Mob is the instinct to engage when challenged, to call on recruits and use all the inner wisdom and talent at your disposal. So you can assert the light and refuse to be put down or denied your rightful place. So this has something to do with your sovereignty. And I think a lot of this resonates with me as well. But I know it's not just my message, especially when I turned the camera on for the collective. There has to be somebody else out there that resonates with this. Um, Protecting territory from a spiritual perspective is unlike the grasping and self serving of the ego that wishes to obtain whatever it can for its own benefit. This world needs souls who are willing and able to hold sacred space and refuse to allow it to become contaminated by greed, jealousy. I was feeling that, but I ain't say it when I was looking at the playing cards. Hate and confusion. This is an act of courage and selflessness. Such an act of courage serves all beings. To be a son or daughter of Mav requires some spiritual chops. It takes feisty refusal to be dominated or controlled. It also takes the wisdom to recognize that one can lovingly accept all that is without judgment, whilst discerning when and how to set a firm boundary, lest sacred space be trampled upon and defiled by ignorance. Rapture is a pathway out of control and into the sacred, and consciously chosen abandonment into something greater than self. I hope y'all can hear me. When the ocean into which we plunge ourselves is that of the spirit, then our ecstasy becomes a revitalizing, frequency raising, soul empowering experience, which manifests pathways to victory, where in a lower state of awareness, there appeared to be no hope. If we honor our need for communion with the sacred realms, we will give ourselves the time and space we need to integrate relevant practices into our lives. Committing to spiritual practice requires the self possession to know what matters to you, irrespective of whether another or society in general can recognize the wisdom in your values. Sovereignty, is self possession. It is the belonging to oneself. And I bet this one card gonna sum up everything I say in this reading when I get to it. Sovereignty is the possession is self-possession. It is belonging to oneself that happens internally. As we claim our being and commit to our unique life journey, true spiritual sovereignty exists outside of social mores. It is not about becoming subversive, or disrespectful to others, but rather about seeking out freedom of being. This leads to you normally becoming an active presence which dismantles enslaving social mores and stimulates society to mature spiritually. This oracle asks you to come home to yourself again and again. Know you are strong enough to live your life and chart your course in communion with the sacred. In Sanskrit, I don't know how to pronounce this word, Svaraj. Svaraj. So I'm gonna try. Savage is self-rule, and as the meaning of Raj is also radiance. It can also mean self-luminous. Do not allow your destiny to rest in the hands of others. Recognize that the light within is your true ruler. You have the power to light yourself up with spirit. Commit to what you can do and believe the realms of the divine are working with you. Do not be dissuaded. You shall be victorious. And then there is a healing process. I want to read that, but before I do, because I don't want to lose my focus or train of thought. When I was reading this last paragraph, it says something about what did you just I just read? Commit to what you can do and believe the realms of the divine are working with you. I just did a past life reading on myself. I'm trying to think it could have been last week, or was it this, well shit, we only on Monday, so it was definitely this past week. I did a past life reading on myself, and in my past life, I did experience some hardships. I believe I was always a spiritual warrior. Maybe one day I could also share some of my other talents and gifts with you all. But I do believe I was always a spiritual warrior. I believe that's something that has been uh, bestowed upon me for lifetimes, many lifetimes. I also believe what I'm doing now is something I've been doing for many lifetimes. But this lifetime is different because, we have social media, we have the web, we have technology. So it definitely would have been different back then. But what I was reading in my own reading from my past life, it was saying a challenge that I had was believing and having faith in it didn't say the sacred. It was, what's the word? The covenant, the sacred covenant. And they were saying that I always had the gift of the Divine Mother. She always flowed through me. But it was about having faith and believing, you know. And like I said, I have other gifts that I hopefully can share with you all one day. And I can honestly say that belief goes a long way. If you are familiar with like different spiritual practices or religions such as voodoo, I'm not a practitioner, but I am familiar with it. I do know from growing up and hearing stories that they say, if you don't believe in it, it won't manifest. Um, it's truth, a lot of truth to that, because if you're somebody that doesn't believe, but somebody else does, and they're the ones who's practicing, then yeah, it will work for them. But if you're somebody who wishes to obtain some type of gift, or even if it's just manifesting something, or to have a particular lifestyle, if you don't believe it, it's not going to happen. And I'm saying that because I have also experienced that as well. On camera, I can be who I want to be, but in real life, I deal with real life challenges as well. And a lot of times you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in what you are able to do. And abundance is not always, having money. Abundance is actually having the ability to do what you need to do when you need to do it. Thank you, Bashar. That was a spiritual teacher that I learned from years ago. Um, But yeah, that's true. It's having the ability to do what you need to do when you need to do it. So the healing process, if you would like to do it, you're welcome. If you don't, then leave it. Um, if you resonate with the term inner queen, then use that as guided below. If you prefer the term inner king or some other term, express the spiritual sovereign or divine inner ruler, feel free to use that instead of you feel free to use that instead, substituting as necessary in the text below. And as I'm reading this, I feel like I actually read this card on camera before for somebody. So it must have been for one of the signs. Place a hand over your heart and, when you are ready, state the following declaration of divine independence and spiritual sovereignty. All right, with this here too, place your hand over your heart. So I guess it don't matter what hand. I choose of my own free will to respect and serve the spiritually sovereign inner queen who resides within me. Through merciful compassion and empowering wisdom, I ask for divine assistance that is of ultimate spiritual benefit to all beings, to assist me in releasing false allegiances, breaking the bonds of impoverished servitude, and connecting to the strength, dignity, grace, and boldness of the sacred fire and spirit within me. May I love with courage. May I live with confidence. May I have the wisdom to abide in authenticity and determination. May all beings benefit spiritually through my light in this world and beyond. So be it. Now it says, sense the inner dignity of your true nature. Let everything else fall away. You have completed your healing process. All right, now let me get pulling some cards. I'm already 16 minutes in and I ain't even said nothing. Holy Spirit, I want to use the playing cards or tarot. Playing cards? I'm gonna use playing cards. I like using playing cards. Holy Spirit, guardian angels. What's the current energy that the collective's in right now? Please and thank you. Spirit, I also ask that you send your loving nature, your loving frequency to all who watch me. I also ask for your protection, your guidance, and I ask that you seal my work. Holy Spirit, what is the collective's energy right now? Please and thank you. Maybe I'll get a different deck. Spirit, what is the collective energy? Please and oh, the Two of Hearts. Okay. And then the Two of Clubs at the bottom of the deck. Five of Spades, Ten of Spades. Um, so I'm getting a few things. Y'all, I could flip through the deck. I ain't even gotta actually shuffle the cards. I could just look through the deck and get a whole fucking reading. Excuse my language, but I can. And I doubt myself when I do that a lot. Would I be on point? I be knowing. I'm seeing doubles too. 10 10, three aces. Um, okay, with this two of hearts right now. So a lot of people could be, I don't know, this could be a union, some type of union, whether it's a marriage, as we stated earlier, it could be friendships. Um, this could even be a relative or a child. Now, I also did a spread. That spread was sitting here since last night, and it was a really good spread. And I was like, I should have did it, but I fell asleep. But I did write the notes for that spread. But at the bottom of that deck, I seen the Ace of Hearts. So the Ace of Hearts, the Ace of Cups. So with that Ace of Cups, what I was getting was, even though I really was feeling like it was a financial reading, I was feeling like pour more love into yourself, but also to those around you. Um, and it also could be new love. Oh, it's out of focus. Okay, new love. But this also could be a divine counterpart or a soulmate. So a lot of people could be in a union with somebody. I think I'm gonna clarify that. And I noticed last time I did a reading, I said I was gonna clarify cards, and I never did because I had so many cards out. Like, yeah, I forgot. Um, Holy Spirit, what's the challenge for the collective, please and thank you. It's already 20 minutes, and I ain't even said nothing. What is the challenge for the collective? Holy Spirit, please and thank you. Okay, so that nine of diamonds, it wanted to come out. It was at the bottom. It wanted to come out. And then that other nine right there. I gotta get me a new camera, y'all, because it drives me crazy, this backwards stuff on my screen. So the challenge is maybe uh like I was saying earlier, with the nines, it could be you're giving something up, you're either losing something or it's something's being taken. Nines are also like universal numbers. But what I'm feeling with this nine of diamonds, maybe somebody, I don't know, I ain't gonna say that. I was gonna say a divorce, maybe. I don't know. Somebody spending money on something. You know what? That it kind of resonates with the reading I did off of the camera. I'm gonna read that in the notes. Holy Spirit, what's the advice for the collective? But it's something about money. So I don't know if somebody's spending money on a child, relative, maybe it's a, I'm not gonna say wedding. It could be a wedding. Somebody could have lost money. Spirit, what is the advice, please? And thank you. I'm gonna take this off. I said take it off. The seven of hearts came out. So be more unconditional with yourself as well as others. You also could be dealing with jealous people around you. Also, what I'm getting with that seven of hearts is try to be more try to laugh more, Try to be more happier than negative if you have been experiencing negative emotions. Um, Definitely could be a ending to some type of commitment with somebody or people. Because at the bottom, I have. Oh, wow. I think I'm going to show all these in the camera. Look at this: the Four of Hearts, Nine of Spades, Queen of Clubs, Ace of Spades, the Six of Spades, the Jack of Hearts. So somebody could have been pregnant. Because I'm seeing three death cards, all three of the death cards. The Six of Spades, the Ace of Spades, and the Nine of Spades. Those are all death cards. But I'm getting pregnancy with this Jack right there. It doesn't even have to be a actual physical pregnancy. This could be some type of creative idea that maybe needs to be birthed. It could be some type of hustle that you have, a side hustle. And it also resonates with the reading I did off of camera. I'm gonna try to speak a little faster and not fumble over my words so I can get the message out. Um, I don't know. Not is the aces. Damn, both of these eight, all three of the aces. Also, what I'm getting, please excuse my language, because I know, we do have some people that watch that have a very pure heart. So I really try to be mindful of the words I use. But I feel like somebody's a bitch. That's for somebody. It ain't gonna be for everybody, but somebody could be separating themselves from somebody who's nitpicking, maybe. Because I do see with this Four of Hearts at the bottom, that's like a commitment. It could even be a family, a family dynamic. Also, going back to what I just said with the B word, I kind of take that back, but I don't. Because for somebody, I do feel like that's what they dealing with. Because I said something about jealousy. But also this could just be somebody. You don't have to be a mother figure. It could be a mother figure. Um, you could be a mom. You could even be a dad. Um, Maybe somebody's, I don't know if you need to be more organized or if you are organized, but maybe you're somebody who looks after everyone and everything. And maybe you're somebody who does a lot of overtime or something. Maybe you could be working really hard to buy a home. Four of Hearts doesn't really give me home vibes, but it is a four, which means like structure. It could represent a building. Also, what I'm getting is somebody could be letting go of emotionally controlling people. You can have a lot of people who are like controlling on an emotional level. Yeah, and I think I am gonna clarify this too. What's this Two of Hearts spirit? Well, actually, I don't think I need to because I see the Four of Hearts at the bottom. So I'm gonna just jump into the spread, Terra spread. Um, Holy Spirit, Guardian Angels, Ancestors. Please help me decipher the message so I can relate to the collective. Uh, Spirit, I'm gonna just do this shuffle. Stop rambling. One. I'm gonna just do my little spread real quick, then I'll read the cards for y'all. The first card that came out was the Eight of Swords. So somebody could be stuck in their head. Somebody could be feeling trapped or stuck in a situation. It could have something to do with the child. Then the Five of Pentacles came out. And when I was shuffling the playing cards, I definitely seen the Nine and then the Five of Spades was behind the Nine of Spades. The first time I shuffled the deck. And now the Five of Pentacles coming out. So this could have somebody, I mean, this could have something to do with somebody's health. Maybe somebody's feeling sick. Or this could just be your own thoughts making you feel sick. Maybe it's all in your mind. And I also was getting that in the spread I did off of camera. So this could be a self-inflicting, it's kind of like a placebo effect, you know? I hope I used the right word. Um, for somebody else, somebody could have got trapped in a situation and now they're feeling hopeless maybe with this Five of Pentacles right here. It could have been somebody that you were working with, collaborating with. And I did say I was just going to shuffle and get my spread and then read it, but I couldn't help myself. The Lovers, it came out. The Queen of Swords. So it definitely could have something to do. And then I see the Ace of Cups at the bottom. And I see this Queen of Swords next to this Lovers card. So it could be a divorce. It could be somebody separating from somebody. The Ace of Wands. The Six of Wands. The Sun at the bottom. And I was seeing this Sun card a few times too. Matter of fact, it's at the bottom of this deck. This is the Sun. I should have left that spread out that I had did off of camera because the Sun was, it came out. It was in y'all spread. It's the Sun. See all them people having a happy go time. I said happy go. Y'all know what I mean. And then the Sun in a whole different deck. So, what is the possible outcome for the collective? The Eight of Cups. So, okay, so do I want to clarify these first? Yeah, Spirit, the Queen of Cups, the Death card. I don't know why it's giving me turning over a new leaf. It's not the word I wanted to use, but clarify the Eight of Swords, please, and thank you, Holy Spirit. So the Queen of Cups with the Death card, it could be a Scorpio. Somebody could be dealing with, or you could be a Scorpio. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I did see the Hangman when I was doing shuffles off of the camera. And I showed y'all that Jack of Hearts. That kind of gives me the Hangman energy. But also the Jack of Spades gives me Hangman energy. Since I said that, what other signs I see? I see Gemini possibly. Um, it could be a Capricorn or Aquarius, somebody's sign. But we're not gonna pay attention to the signs because this is collective, and you can have any signs in your chart. You know, we do have multiple signs. We embody more than just our sun sign, is what I'm trying to say. Spirit, and I see the Emperor at the bottom. So this could have something to do with the boss or authority figure. The Strength card came out to clarify the Eight of Swords. So somebody could have some type of stronghold on them. And this could be dealing with a person. Also, the Strength card represents Leo. Also, maybe somebody could be feeling binded or somebody tried to bind somebody. But what I'm really getting from this is this Eight of Swords with the Strength card is having the courage to come out of fear. Stop being afraid of whatever it is, you know. If it's something that you're wanting to do, if it's an idea that you had, whatever it is that you're contemplating on doing, I feel like you need to have courage and just step out on faith, you know. A lot of people don't know it takes courage to love. It takes strength to love, you know. I feel like also what that strength card is saying, you have the power within you, you know. Three of Pentacles is clarifying the Five of Pentacles. You know, Pentacles can represent health, also finances, work, but it also could represent a spiritual aspect as well. The five clarifying, I mean, Three of Pentacles clarifying the Five of Pentacles. Hmm. Five of Pentacles usually doesn't really have a positive connotation, but it also can be saying, you know, somebody's in a hardship, maybe. I'm not sure if a lot of people in tarot say this, but the Five of Pentacles also could mean either somebody losing a home or you could be moving. And I did see that Five of Spades, that also could represent moving. So maybe somebody's moving to a new apartment or a home. Maybe you're looking for an apartment. Um, Maybe somebody's working really hard and, you know, the money's just not adding up. Holy Spirit, what is the Lovers? Please and thank you. Damn, 33 minutes. I do that. And I think I'm gonna do another reading. But I don't want to gas y'all up. Cause I be bull crap right. Spirit, what's the Lovers? Please and thank you. I think I should use my other deck. The Nine of Wands. Clarifying the Lovers. So this could be having to make a decision, maybe to be resilient. You know, be resilient with this Nine of Wands and not give up on yourself. And also looking over everything you have accomplished, you know, and protecting what you have created for yourself. The Nine of Wands could also be defensive type of energy. And I'm also getting that with this Lover's card next to the Five of Pentacles. Maybe somebody was left out in the cold. We love saying that word or that phrase in tarot, left out in the cold. Maybe somebody kicked somebody to the curb for somebody else that they decided to create and do life with. Um, Maybe in the future that person will be hurt. I don't know. I said I was going. I said that initially in it. I can't even talk right now, y'all. I said that in the beginning of the reading. Though I felt like it had something to do with like finances, I also said it could be some love up in here. That's how it usually works. Also, somebody could be homeless if I didn't say that already, or somebody just uh having a hardship. You're going through a hardship right now. You can even be looking for work. Hmm. Spirit, clarify this Queen of Swords, please, and thank you. Yeah, why two cards had to pop out? I didn't want to read two. So the King of Pentacles is clarifying the Queen of Swords, also paired with the Ten of Wands. So I feel like with this Queen of Swords is saying to use your discernment, you know. The King of Pentacles, I did say that also came out in the reading I did off of the camera. So maybe use your discernment as far as your business if you are a CEO, because the King of Pentacles also carries like a CEO type of energy or a boss. This also could be a husband or a spouse. Doesn't have to be a spouse. It could just be a significant other, maybe. Um, but what I'm getting with this King of Pentacles and Ten of Wands is saying don't take more than you can carry. You know, don't pile yourself in work and it's too much to bear. Also, don't allow yourself to be oppressed by other people, whether that be opinions or opinions. Don't allow others to oppress you. But it's really giving me like a heavy workload. So maybe use your discernment with that, especially if you're working really hard and you know the money ain't adding up, but you working. What else am I getting from this before I start shuffling? Could be some type of lessons that's being learned, maybe with this temperance at the bottom, or some type of balance needs to be made. Definitely could be something about balance. The temperance usually could be saying, you know, learning lessons. Um, maybe what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? It starts with a R. I can't think. Spirit, what's this Ace of Wands? It could be a business contract or some type of contract, a legally binding contract. Like I said, it could be a marriage. Maybe somebody was getting divorced. Hopefully, ain't nobody taking nobody money. Ten of Wands could also sometimes be saying maybe somebody's having back problems or something. Spirit, clarify this. Thank you. Thank you. So the Three of Cups is clarifying the Ace of Wands. Oh wow, this kind of resonates with me a little bit. With that Five of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. So somebody could kick somebody to the curb that maybe wanted to. They probably wanted to work with them, and I actually did block somebody earlier on Facebook. I did, because I didn't really like how they came at me, and then it was somebody that I knew for a while, you know, and I felt like they put me on the back burner, It kind of played with my emotions a little bit. And I actually never said anything about it, but I was just like, I'm not gonna be upset about it. I forgive you, but in my mind, I was like, but you're not gonna come playing with me like that no more, you know. And I was waiting. Soon as you say something I don't like, I'm blocking you. And what happened was after I responded to their initial "what you doing," it kind of turned sexual, and I was like, "Oh hell no!" But with this Ace of Wands clarified by this Three of Cups, I feel like this could actually be like some type of sexy. I'm gonna say sexy energy approaching somebody, maybe, and maybe it could be something that you could celebrate. But maybe you shut the door on the person. If it's a person, if it's an opportunity, you know, maybe you don't be so quick to shut other people or things that actually could be of benefit to you. Don't shut it out. Also, if this is somebody that was in a marriage, somebody could have cheated with somebody. Because the Ace of Wands also represents, it could be a phallic. It could also represent the Kundalini energy. And then the Three of Cups, we all know threes. It could be, you know, a third party. But it doesn't necessarily always have to be an actual person. It could be a job. It can be just something that somebody's doing that's taking their time. I think I'm gonna clarify that again. Spirit, what's this six? Oh, the Emperor. So it could be somebody's husband or a boss figure. It could just be a new opportunity. This Emperor at the bottom. So what signs I see now? Leo. Uh, it could be a Capricorn, Aquarius, a Capricorn. Well, yeah, it could be Aquarius out here with the Queen of Swords. Um, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Somebody could have been a third party to some type of situation, but I ain't claiming that part because if it ain't nobody else with it, it wasn't no third party. You know, Holy Spirit, clarify the six of. Thank you. That was quick. So I feel like with this Six of Wands and Two of Wands, maybe somebody's recognizing that maybe you've been leveling up and you could be people could be recognizing you for some type of level up that you've had or experienced. This also could be somebody that wants to work with you. This could be somebody older. Um, it doesn't have to be. Also, this could be saying that maybe you need to recognize that you do have the world in the palm of your hands. You know, the world is your oyster. So it actually could be a victory in some type of plan, maybe, or success in some type of plan that you've had. Maybe it's a path that you're taking. Holy Spirit, clarify the Eight of Cups. You know what? I did say maybe somebody moving, didn't I? With that Five of Pentacles. I don't know why I get that from the five. But the Eight of Cups is out. The Eight of Cups can represent somebody moving. Definitely can represent a home move. Also can represent a spiritual journey. Um, Soul searching. Also, it can represent walking away from a person, place, or thing emotionally. Holy Spirit. Ooh, and then the King of Wands at the bottom, the Moon card, Ten of Cups, the Emperor. So it could be a fire sign up in here. Could also be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, even though it didn't come out. Well, no, the Moon is Cancer or Pisces. But I seen a Death card earlier, so it could be. Also, you could be an entrepreneur with this King of Wands at the bottom. So it could also be your business. Maybe you need to use your intuition, you know. Maybe there's things that you are not seeing clearly. God, I hope I can read my notes. It's almost an hour. Jesus. Clarify this Eight of Cups, please and thank you. Temperance Angel. So this definitely is a spiritual journey, perhaps. And this is an outcome position. The Eight of Cups clarify with the Temperance Angel. So somebody could be walking away from a spouse because the Temperance could represent a contract or some type of an agreement. It could be an agreement. Somebody could be walking away from an agreement. But you know, the Temperance is an angel in the card, which represents, it could be Sagittarius. So I'm seeing fire. No water came out. So I'm not seeing any water. But this is collective, so I mean it really doesn't matter what your sign is. This could be somebody walking away from some type of agreement. Also, the Temperance, if you ever look, if you somebody who's into tarot, there's an angel, but he's mixing something up. And with that Eight of Cups, as I stated earlier, it could represent, you know, a spiritual journey that somebody's on, or soul searching. The Temperance could also represent, you know, that God could be mixing some stuff up in your life. You know, maybe there's something, and I did say a new sexy energy could be approaching you. So God could be mixing something up for everybody. But maybe it's time for you to rest and heal. And this card is getting on my nerves because I do a lot of readings for myself off of camera, and this card has been coming out for the past few days. And I'm like, why? Why you keep the same card? But it definitely could be saying rest. Um, I also get a lot of uh, do it alone type of energy with this card. Also the Four of Swords represents maybe something's a stalemate. I don't know. I see the High Priestess behind that with the Hangman, Justice. So it could be a Pisces in here. Doesn't have to be. With the Hangman behind the High Priestess, maybe and the Justice. The Six of Swords behind Justice. So I feel like it's a lot of people could be being guided to. You could be guided by the universe. Um, I hope nobody's going to jail or there's some type of court case or something. The Hangman and the High Priestess. The Six of Swords always give me like being guided by spirit. Justice could represent, you know, justice of peace. It could represent those type of facilities, establishments. Um, doesn't have to be. The Justice card could also be a contract. Um, the Hangman could represent something being released, maybe. I wanted to say sacrifice, but it could mean something being released or the need to release something. I did say somebody felt binded by something. And then the High Priestess. I don't know. I did want to do a whole nother spread, but I done sat here and bumped my gums, and this is a whole hour that went by. And I want to read my notes. So I wrote, the current situation. What is at the core of the question? And that card that came out was the Hangman. I didn't really write all the cards that came out. I'm trying to read all this in unison because I did. This is actually two different spreads on this page. So I'm trying to read like two cards at once, if that makes sense. So the current situation, maybe a lot of us are needing to have faith and surrender to what is. Yeah, the Hangman also could represent surrendering. Um, maybe this is something A lot of us could be very sensitive to beauty. Also, I wrote compassion flows right now. Inspired to create something. Maybe a lot of us is inspired to create something. Feeling connected to source, which is the Most High. Also, riding the wave. A lot of people could be just riding the wave. That is theirs. Also, ideas from the past may reemerge, and if that does, I feel like maybe you should act on it. As far as like a creative idea or some type of business venture or something you always want to do, you should go with it. Also, this could be a time where maybe you could be confused by the reaction of others or unable to get correct answers. I also wrote, try not getting pulled down by others' complications. And I did say something about that, and y'all read about being weighed down by other people or even work. Someone in your life may gradually be weakening you or trying to destroy you. And then I was saying also maybe somebody's experiencing some type of allergies, whether that's to medicine or whatever. Uh, a lot of us could be dreamers, artists, composers, poets, mystics, victims, and I wrote prisoners. So that could be a prisoner of. I did see that justice card in that Eight of Swords. I mean, I don't know what that applies to the prisoner part, but I wrote it. Um, the story that a lot of us have been told is maybe we're all alone, and that's not true because you have ancestors that passed on that watch over you. You have God, and then there's a lot of deities, if you believe in that type of thing. I do. And when I say deity, it doesn't have to be like me mixing different religions. Although I do, what's that word they say, omniist? Um, I do believe that there is one supreme being, but God is everywhere all the time. So I do believe that in many religions that same God has manifested in different ways for all people. So I don't feel like you're ever alone if you ever felt that way. Um, what else I wrote? Or also maybe you've been told by other people or yourself that maybe what you want you can't have, and that's not true. That's not true either. Maybe people have suggested that temporary things or fixes could heal. And a temporary fix could be maybe drinking or smoking weed or whatever your device is. I said device, whatever your vice is. And there's nothing wrong with those things because you can do it recreationally, but maybe do it in moderation instead of actual healing and forgiveness. So maybe that could be something as well. Maybe, you've been going through something and people are like, here, hit this blunt or here, have a shot. But after you sober, you still got to deal with that. So I said, what you shouldn't do. Also, what you need to keep your eye on. What I said you shouldn't do, you shouldn't stress. That's one thing you should not do. And it's a lot of notes. Um, be more mindful of who you're generous with. But I'm not saying don't be generous. Always give. In order to receive, you have to give. But just be mindful of who you give your attention, time, money, whatever. Be more mindful of who you're generous with. Also keep your eyes on your blessings. Don't slow your momentum. Stay positive and allow attention to flow. Allow your attention to flow. And what I meant by that is going back to if you have some type of idea, you know, keep your attention on that and let it keep flowing. Don't allow yourself to become stagnant. And that resonates with me because I have a lot of ideas and I just be sitting on them. So I mean, it resonates with me. Hopefully, it resonates with somebody else. Do not neglect any projects or events you've started. You will be rewarded for your hard work. Keep your eyes on the prize, regardless of what is. Remain positive. Also, I wrote, oh no, this is the third card that I put. So, I said don't stress. Also, I said doors are opening. So the truth of what is going on, there could be gossip with that hangman. The hangman came out, and so I seen the hangman like 3 or 4 times. The sun card like 3 times. I seen the lover like 3 times. So it was a lot of doubles. Maybe check out 333. Um, so it could have been gossip. It could be stagnancy due to the need to change something. Maybe some type of routine that we've been having. Not saying that you should change what you're doing, but maybe a type of certain routine. Maybe it's just become stale. Yeah, with that, I seen that Four of Swords could represent stalemate. Um, maybe a perspective shift is needed, uh, or something needs to be released. The action you should take in the near future. Continue investing in yourself and your creations. Pay attention to your health, whether it is good or bad. Try alternative health solutions or diets. Exercise. Take each step necessary to take each step. I can't even talk. Necessary, and be patient. And that's going uh, in regards to like whatever investments you've made, whether that be in yourself or the other person, a business. Um, Take the steps that you need to make sure that everything is the way you would like to see it. Don't self criticize or allow others to be. Don't self criticize or allow others in a negative way. Pay attention to details and be diligent in your duties. I can't read my own handwriting. Be more organized. Analyze situations and learn all you can. And the path forward, remain optimistic. Get ready for positive changes. Nurture your inner child. Laugh more. I said that. Challenges will be overcome. Okay. And I wrote your outcome position. Um, this is usually based on the way the energy is right now. Um, but it doesn't have to be. It can always change. Energy changes if your mind changes. Um, And then I have a few other cards that I wrote down. So, and it is two spreads. So this is just one possible outcome. I wrote, you have many paths you can take with many talents. Pay attention to how you communicate, putting the past behind you. I also wrote, growing from difficulties and hard times. Move towards the next level. I said that too, leveling up. Discipline, correctness, and being more realistic and focused. I circled this, so I should have read that part first where I circled. Relationships and love. So if this is in regards to relationships or love, maybe this relationship is faded or the energy around it is faded. And I also did see a six of spades off a camera before I shuffled that the playing cards, which is a death card, but it also represents fate. Something that was meant to happen or was bound to happen. Also, you may not want to let go and feel like you're crashing or banging your head against the wall. But if you let go, you might regret it. So if this is in regard to a person, maybe stick it out. But I'm not going to tell you if it's a bad situation. If there are a lot of red flags, uh, follow your first mind or seek some type of advice from somebody who you know could really help you. Even if that's me, if you need to get a reading from me off of the camera, everything will be in the description box below, or you can just go to the About section on my YouTube channel. Also, if you are somebody on my Facebook, you know how to inbox me. If this is in regards to a business and career, no, it will happen, but it will be hard. So be willing to walk the long road or put in that work. And then on the side, I wrote, you might feel overwhelmed by the reality of things, or frustrated, or even defensive. But that's just a feeling, you know what I mean? Um, And a lot of times when we deal with certain things that frustrate us or are difficult in life, a lot of times those are learning experiences with the Temperance card here. Learning. Spiritual journey, learning. That's also what I'm getting with that Temperance and the Eight of Cups. Um, okay. The Navigator, which is the Navigator that will aid you. So this hopefully that's self-explanatory how I just said that. The navigator that will aid you. So maybe a way you can navigate that will help you. Uh, being focused and dedicated to your craft. Mastering your skills in business or finances. Ask for help from someone experienced, or you will get help from somebody that's right for you on your path. So whether you're asking for help or God sends somebody in for you, it's going to be there. But don't give up. The result if you move ahead. I wrote finances can improve, but you may spend it as quick as you get it, or an unexpected bill pops up. Be more resourceful and don't commit to long-term expenditures. And what I was getting with that, because it was the Ace of Pentacles that came out in reverse, and it was paired with the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles in the particular deck that I use it's kind of like saying, maybe you're getting blessings, you have blessings, or you have some type of gifts, whatever it may be. It doesn't always have to be displayed for others. But then it was coupled, and it also could represent a promotion, or increase in finances. But the page was paired with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. And usually the reverse Ace of Pentacles, it could represent like a lack of resources. It also can represent I don't want to say wastefulness, but it could be like bills just popping up out of nowhere and maybe you don't have a lot to cover it. So just be wise with your finances, if that resonates with you. But also the Ace of Pentacles in reverse could also represent ecstasy. That's a side note. I was getting that when I was reading the cards, but I didn't write that in my notes. And it's not even a meaning in that book that I was reading. But I know that's one of the meanings. It could represent ecstasy, but I was getting a lot of financial things with what you're reading. So I'm gonna do another oracle card or a couple of oracle cards before I close it out. I really wanted to use my other deck, but it's already an hour, and don't nobody want to watch no long ass reading. Hopefully you made it this far. Get out of your own way. You are the reason, the cause, and the solution. Take back your power by remembering who you really are. And that goes back to the Siren Queen mob that came out. Remember, it was saying you have that power within you. Get out of your own way. You are the reason, the cause, the solution. Take back your power by remembering who you really are. Wow. Oh, really? Y'all flew out like that? Also, dance, sing, play. The universe works fast when you're just having fun. That goes back to, I know I said something like that in y'all reading. I did, but I ain't about to go back and try to figure it out. Be where you are. Every situation has its gift. To move forward, we must first honor where we are. For now, where you are is where you need to be. Be vulnerable. Vulnerability is strength. Lay your cards out on the table. Reveal the true you. Keep your mind, heart open. Keep your mind and heart open. There's no need to protect yourself. Also, the temperance angel could represent you have divine protection, around you. But that don't mean like we invisible or anything like that, but it's just saying that you have protection. Damn, I can't believe I went a whole hour, y'all. Wow. And I really don't want to stop. I really don't. I ain't even get to do this one. Dang. Okay, the Sun card, the Lover, the Empress. So I don't know. I was saying maybe somebody was cheated on, but also this could be somebody walking into a relationship. The Lovers and the Sun card. The Sun card could represent a marriage. Um, Also, it has something to do with career. It could be speaking about career life as well. But on all levels, the Sun card is really just saying contentment on all levels. A happy life, a happy family life. And the card you see is a big family having a get together. Come on, camera. That's my light. You can't really see. See that family in the Sun card? This is the Sun card. And then the Lovers. Damn, you can't even see. The Lovers is two people. And then behind that is the Empress. And before I shuffled this deck, I seen the Star. Well, in this deck, it's called the Stars. Um, the Death card, and I forgot the other card that was with it. And I'm about to look in one of my books because I want to know the meaning. I keep forgetting the meaning. I know it's not rebirth, and this I want to say that word so bad, but that's not the word. Star. Refreshment and renewal. So there could be some type of renewal. Maybe somebody renewing their vows, maybe. That could be possible, or renewing some type of friendship or something. It could be some type of rekindling. Well, this has been y'all reading. I hope I gave you clarity or something to sit and chew on. That didn't sound too right, but damn, now my computer saying no space. So let me end this. I'll be back with another one. Hopefully it's real soon, because I don't like keeping y'all waiting. I be having y'all waiting like eons, and I don't mean to do that. As I said, I be going through my own little thing, and I don't like getting on here fronting, but I also don't want to get on here and be all mopey and dopey. So I hope I've given you some type of clarity. And until next time, bye.